Okay, welcome back. This is part 2 of rectangular column design with the Prokon Geek. And what we're going to do today is we're moving on from part 1, which was input and parameters, to now part 2, loads and design, and coming up with calculation sheets. Okay, so let's get started. So as you may remember in part 1, what we did is I introduced you to the column or the rectangular column design module, and where we entered the parameters. And the next thing that now we need to do is look at the loads. So when it comes to columns, there are three load cases or load scenarios that you have. You either have a column that's actually loaded only, or one that is an axial load and a uniaxial banding, which either at the top or at the bottom, but usually both at the top and at the bottom as well. And then thirdly, you have axial loading and biaxial bending. That is to say, you have bending in the X, bending in the Y at both the bottom and top of the column. Okay, but to kickstart things, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on one that is actually loaded only for today, which is the simplest column. And also this is because when we did part 1, we made sure that the end conditions for our column was pinned. So when you're designing, try to make sure that the end conditions for your column are pinned. You have continuous columns, because once you have pinned columns, you eliminate moments, and this is usually done by introducing shear walls and pinned supports on your columns. Now, so let's start. The first thing that you do is you want to define your load cases. So what we're going to do is what we have only for today is we have one axial load case, three load cases, but we only have one scenario where we have axial loading only. So the first thing that you want to do is come up to the load case, put 1, then the description. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to say this is 1.4 DL. Please forgive me for FL. 1.DL plus 1.6 LL, and this is let's just put 1460. Now the other thing that you want to do is that is the worst case design, but sometimes it's not just about the worst case design. You have 1.4 DL as well, which is just that 1000. This is just the dead load. And 3, these are the usual design cases that you have. 1.4 DL, okay, plus this is usually this is going to be 0.5 multiplied by 1.6 of the live load. So which is going to say that only half of the live load is present, and this is what, right. So thank you very much. This is what we have. So these are the 3 load cases that you have when you have axial bending only. So, but usually what people design, they just design for the worst case scenario, so they put the worst load in there. So now after you're done entering your load cases, you can have so many load cases, but 3 are usually the best to eliminate repetitive things. So the next thing, once you're done entering the loads, the next thing that you do is you come to the design tab and you just click on it. So once you do this, it's a computer, does its calculations super fast. I think it's even way less than a millisecond. So it did its calculations, and then what it does, it gives you a response of what it calculated. And if you can shift to the right, to the bottom of the right of your screen, it gives you the results, the design results for load case 1, and you can shift through the load cases. You can say load case 2, load case 3, but if you look at the bottom, it gives you the critical load case. And in this case, it's case 1, because case 1 is the dead load plus the live load which has been affected. So as you can see from the table, none of our cases presented a red entry, so that means our design is okay and it passes. So now the next thing that you want to do is you're coming off. So if it had failed, maybe you would want to change the H and B and also the cover and everything else, but since it's passed. So the next thing after design is the design chart. You have a design chart for the X and the design chart for the Y. So this is where Prokon comes and is able to calculate the best percentage of steel that you will need given the combination of axial load and moment. And in this case, your combination is a moment, maximum moment of 1276 and 1397. The results why we say that is because there will always be a moment, which in this case corresponds to force over area, given that when you calculate what you need to remember is that steel mostly is there for bending, because buckling is sort of bending. So just remember that this is where it gets the best percentage of steel that your columns will need. Now, the next thing after the design charts, what you have is the calculation sheets. Now, the calculation sheets give you a record of what Prokon did to come up with the best design for yourself. And this is where you can also validate and verify if the design is okay. So as you can see, gives you the code that is used, then also the design parameters that you entered or what it started off with. And then it also gives you the design chart for bending about the XX, and then the design chart for bending about the YX. And then it starts its calculations, runs its calculations, gives you the assumptions that it did, lays to you the design approach, the column slenderness checks that it needed to do, the initial moments, everything else, the design that it did, the moments and everything that is what then it calculates the required bending now, that is the steel for the design axis as well for the X, and then it gives you a summary of your design calculations. So this is where everything is going to be laid out for you, and load case 1.5 is critical. So this is what you do. Now, after all that is said and done, the last thing that you do is you come up to the bending schedule. This is where you start detailing your columns. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to leave this for part 3, or I'll call it part 3 or part 4, because what we need to do is that today what we did is we designed for columns that are only axially loaded. The next thing that we need to do is now look at the columns that do have uniaxial and biaxial bending. So if this is your first time coming to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and if you're coming back for another time, please hit the notifications button as well so that you get my content as soon as it drops. So I want to thank you everybody for coming in, tuning into this video. Hope you learned a lot. If you have anything that you want, please leave it in the comment box below, and I'll definitely see you next time. Till next time, like, share this video and click the subscribe button. Thank you.